guys, welcome to the Music Roundtable with our hosts Lyle,
hello,
Clint,
hello,
Kim, hi, and I'm Vicky, where we discuss our opinions and experiences of the music we love, or maybe not. How many clicks does it take?
So we were just kidding, apparently. Apparently, we were just kidding about closing early because, you know, we cut off Vicky prematurely. No, and she has something to say. Go ahead. I plugged my mic back in for this. We're going back in, guys. Hold on to your hot.
I just felt like we were kind of still in the middle of conversation, and it was like, okay, we're done.
You weren't ready to be done.
I wasn't ready to be done.
Okay,
but mind you, this isn't the first time I've been cut off.
Well, I mean, you know, it happens.
That's
the best
the way,
of us.
right, with Brian Adams.
With Brian Adams, too.
Yes.
Yeah,
like, I was just getting to the part where I wanted to jump in. You're like, no, we'll do it next time. Damn it.
Yeah.
You gotta be a little more pushy.
So we made him plug everything in and start over. No, it's not start over.
No, just continue.
Continue it.
Yes.
Thank you. Start again. No, that still implies doing it over.
Continue.
Yes.
You continue with it. Like, he does have editing tools, so his goodbye and all that, we could cut and paste and put to the end.
Nah.
Or this could.
But
just
this is
be
way funnier.
Well, yeah,
this is funnier.
This could be part 3. This is part 3 now. So
part 3. It'll probably be a short because, you know.
It's an outtake. Okay, go ahead.
It's short, like Vicky.
I'm not that short.
She's not that short.
Compared to our hosts, we're all short. So there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he needs to be taken down a few notches.
like that'll happen.
I know.
No, that won't happen.
No.
So yes, we're continuing with Def Leppard again then.
Apparently, because Vicky has something to say.
Well, no, because the way the conversation was going, I thought we were going to get into, like, you know, I know we kind of talked about what songs we wanted to hear when they're in concert and stuff like that, but like, what's your favorite song?
Okay.
Oh, okay, fair enough. We didn't say anything.
Yeah. I was like, I can't think of a favorite song.
Okay.
Is what I was going to say, but I mean, the album that we will not mention is probably my favorite album.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, unfortunately, because it's
for many reasons.
That's funny that's your favorite album.
It is, and because of those memories
that's fair.
Is most of the reason. Like it's
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what I was.
It is an earworm that is stuck in your brain.
Exactly, forever.
I'm gonna have to talk to my counselor about this on Monday. Just kidding.
You're welcome. Favorite song.
Crap's sakes. That's it's so hard for most bands, let alone.
See, that's like the question: who's your favorite child, too? You know.
Oh, both of them. Like, you can't pick.
Well, I know that,
there you go.
but that's why I can't pick a favorite song a lot of the times, because I like all of the songs.
I mean, that's fair.
There's like favorite sonons on each album, but I could never pick.
Well, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah,
each album.
But I don't think I could ever pick like an all-time favorite.
Okay, favorite song on Pyromania.
I don't have the album in front of me. I can't.
Yeah, see, we can't.
See,
do
that's
it like
the thing. We're not. I'm not.
We don't know the album. Remember, we already talked about this.
Yeah,
we don't know the.
I don't have every album.
No, it doesn't work that way.
And it's songs embedded in my brains like you two,
right? It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that. Yeah.
I'm almost thinking. I wonder if "Slang" is my favorite song. Wouldn't that be funny?
That would be funny.
Because that's like mid-road. That's not like beginning. That's not like now. That's like
still past the time that I was listening.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
Off the first album.
I do like Women. That's a good one too.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know any of the songs on the first album?
I do not know any of the songs that I can. By the titles, I don't.
That's On Through the Night.
Yeah.
And On Through the Night, yeah. High and Dry, obviously I would know Bringing On the Heartbreak. On Through the Night, I know some. Not very well, but...
Which one?
Another Hit and Run.
Yeah.
So, yeah, on High and Dry, I know a few. But yeah, Pyromania is probably when I kind of became aware of them, but again, I don't know too many. Rock, Photograph, Too Late for Love.
Me and My Wine? You don't know that one?
I might if I heard it, but...
See, that one actually, though, that's funny because that actually is a add-on to the album. When it was first,
I know that one.
Yeah, when it was first released, that song wasn't on the album. When they brought Phil Collins into the band, they recorded that song and put it onto the album.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know a lot of Hysteria. I know most of Hysteria.
Okay,
I should know all of Hysteria.
I'm sorry, everyone.
But yeah, I think on Adrenalize, probably Let's Get Rocked. Because I always, whenever I hear it, I play the video in my head.
Me too.
Yeah.
So funny.
State-of-the-art computer technology there.
Right at
Back
the
in the
time.
day.
Yeah, exactly.
That was revolutionary, I think.
At the time,
Well, that's the one that if I get home from work and a certain someone is still sleeping, as soon as I walk in the door, what do I start singing?
Get your butt
Get
right
your
out of
butt
bed.
right out of bed. And then I'll be like, stop
bugging me.
Get up and move, you're asleep. And then all of a sudden I hear her, she'll be like, I don't want to walk the dog. Mow the lawn? No way.
She mowed the lawn the
She
other day.
did mow the lawn.
I was actually quite proud of
But
that.
yeah, that's my go-to when I get in the house and she's still in bed.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse me, I've been at work all day. Why are you still sleeping?
Exactly.
Love you. Yeah.
Trying to think here.
But yeah, retroactive.
Yeah, I don't know.
And see, yeah, okay, so technically Vault was the last album I bought, but that was like a greatest hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Retroactive was the last actual album I bought.
Let's see. I just want to look here.
So
if
yeah,
I
it's
go
been
back
quite a
to
long
the
time since I've listened to
beginning. So on through the
new,
night.
quote, new Leppard.
Yes.
When the okay, see, I know When the Walls Come Tumbling Down.
Yeah.
I think Rocks Off. Yeah, see, I don't know much about the one On Through the Night. No, not really.
Everybody feels
Wasted
sorry.
or Rock Brigade,
I was
one
gonna
of the
say,
two.
everyone feels sorry for my wife because I've made her listen to all this stuff a lot.
Pyromania. I know all of that. Yep, all of Hysteria. All of
So you'd have to be On Through the Night, though, from High and Dry. That's
And
probably my
Adrenalize is
favorite.
ingrained in your
Oh my god.
That is,
Adrenalize.
like I said, there's lots
I
of songs.
can't
There's
name-
lots of songs like all through it that I like
do
for
really
different
like
reasons.
a lot of those songs on that album. It's really sad. You ruined it.
You're welcome. White Lightning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, some of them have
Maybe
more
that's-
imprinted memories than others.
Because maybe
But
that's
yeah,
why I don't really care for White Lightning as much as I do. I do like the
I
Let's
think
Get
we
Rocked.
both because White
I Wanna
Lightning would be
Touch
mine
You.
on that album as well. But I think the reason is because that is
Stand Up
pretty much
to
the
Love
tribute
Into
to
Motion. That is really good.
Steve Clark.
yeah,
If you ever needed someone, but it's a very much a love album. That one is.
it is.
What else? Slang. That's really good.
That's probably why I like it too.
Right? Euphoria. Why did I not remember this?
Promises.
Euphoria, Promises, Back in Your Face, Goodbye. Maybe we didn't listen to that one as much.
It's over there.
Oh, Now. So good. So good, yeah.
That was a weird album, X.
You didn't like X?
No, I liked it, but it was a mellow, except for the last song.
I find, just looking at this, as the years go on, I think we got more pick and choosy of which albums we listened to when we put them in the home stereo, because obviously Slang, I'm like, yep, got it, know all the ones previous to that. You end up going back to your favorites because, like I said, Euphoria, I'm kind of like, I think I know them, but I don't think we listened to that one as much.
Well, Day After Day is amazing on Euphoria.
Yeah. And then
Guilty.
X, same thing. And then
X was a weird one, though, except for Scar, which is the end.
Well, now is like is
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
now
Well,
I
there's
remember.
Like, I
Songs from
have
the
no
Sparkle
idea.
album.
Yeah,
Song
we're
from the
beyond
Sparkle.
Vicky's knowledge at this point right now.
But that's okay.
Go is heavy. Like, that's a great song.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's kind of
Like, I know what she's
What
saying
happens?
is like you do
You
have
go
your
back to
favorites,
your
you have your certain
favorites.
albums, and
Yeah.
when you're in that nostalgic mood, you're gonna
You
grab
wanna listen.
Pyromania, Hysteria.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to listen to those, so you may forget to put the other ones in,
The newer ones.
The other problem is most of the stuff being on digital media now.
Yeah.
You're just gonna do a shuffle or whatever,
and
and
I find
Yeah.
it doesn't shuffle properly. Like,
But
I
you
don't get the
always
ones
go
I
back
want.
to
But you end up
Hysteria.
still listening to the
go to
ones you
Hysteria.
know.
Yeah.
And
You always go
your
back to Hysteria.
classics.
Yeah.
That's where I always go back to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always Rocket or Gods of War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pyromania, like, I have to listen to Die Hard the Hunter and Coming Under Fire and Action Onwards. Like,
So you wouldn't pull X over those, right? Like X, you're saying was kind of
I liked it,
yeah.
but it was really
But if you're in the mood to listen to Leppard, you're going to go for the ones that you really want to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah, like
listen
Songs
to.
from the Sparkle line
Yeah.
of the newer one,
Yeah.
or Diamond Star Halos.
And I think it depends, like, realistically, if you're looking at the dates of those things, of where you are in your life.
Yes.
And whether or not you actually were or too busy to listen to those albums. Because I'm like I said, I'm looking at some of them going, I know I've listened to them, but not as in depth as those other ones.
Well, there's songs that Leppard, like, it's the same with, like, there's sparks memories, and you just necessarily that's what it goes to, or you can't listen to those songs.
That's the only way I have memories. They're all locked to music.
Like, you don't know. Like, it depends what you're going through at that time.
Absolutely,
right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one is the 2 Steps Behind, because Clint used to always pick Kelsey up and, like, dance and sing to her when she was little. The 2 Steps Behind. It was really cute. But then we always joke that it's a stalker song.
Stalker song.
It is a stalker song.
But when she was little, we didn't make that joke. It was not until later we're like, wait a second, this is like really stalkerish. But that's like a really good memory.
I don't know. She was a baby then.
She was a baby. It was cute.
She liked it.
She did.
I don't know how she thinks of it now, but
yeah, like when I'm listening, like I said,
Well, she probably thinks it's a stalker song too.
Probably, yeah.
when I pick off an album, there's certain albums that you just go to.
Yeah.
Or you're making a set list and you're like, oh, I'll take the new one.
Yeah.
Take what you want, but then I want to put in Gods of War, or I want to put in something from Pyromania or something like that.
Yeah, no, like I get it.
It's just
I have
that
moods.
time.
You want that nostalgic feeling, and let's go back to
because you want to be able to sing to it, right?
Same with, like, what you're saying, 2 Steps Behind. Like, I much prefer listening to the acoustic version of it compared to the rock one.
Yeah.
But again, it depends on the mood, right?
Totally.
But there's been times where I'll be like, oh, I don't want to listen to that right now. I'll be skipping, and I'll get to 2 Steps Behind, and I'm like, yes.
I want to hear that.
I don't know what I want to listen to. Skip. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Could have just chosen it.
Well, yeah, like I'll listen to Desert Song and I'm like, okay, I'm done.
That was enough of that.
That was it.
Or I'll skip it all the way to Ring of Fire.
That's fair.
That's it. It's not that I don't like the songs.
It's just not. That's not what you want to listen to.
Or I want to go from Desert Song, Fractured Love.
There's not enough hours in the days to all the songs I want to listen to.
No. True story.
Because they're catalog, but not just them, but we know so many bands, so many songs. It's hard. Like, it is hard to pick and choose what songs you actually want to listen to.
See, that's why I have pretty much my whole CD collection on my phone, and I just hit shuffle.
But it doesn't. That's the thing, though. It never shuffles all of them, and it's like, it's so annoying. Because you want to hear certain songs, and you're like, why doesn't this come up? It's always the same ones.
Well, I made a list. I made a set list on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now
you
I'm
shouldn't
like,
have to do that. That's the whole point of shuffle.
I know, but I'll shuffle those ones. But then I'm like,
there either.
You know what? I'm getting sick and tired of listening to that song, and I'm like, oh, this song now has come to my mind. Oh, this one has come to my mind, and I'll put those on there, and I'll delete songs off of that I've made.
Yeah.
And went from 8 hours down to 6, and now it's creeping up again.
I miss the 5-disc CD player.
Still
Well, I miss the fact that it does not work. It only plays one because it doesn't recognize the newer CDs, which is just stupid.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, you put them in, and because it rotates around.
Yeah.
So you put all the CDs in, and all of a sudden it's just me.
And
all of a sudden
dang it.
Then there's only one CD that works, and you're like,
okay, well, that's
what I like with my car.
Purpose,
with the 6-slot CD player.
Again,
And
yeah,
that's why
see,
I have
that's what I
everything on my
want.
phone.
I need to find one because there's nothing worse than having to
still
keep
have an
changing
iPod
your
in my
CDs
car.
over. Do you actually?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
A little nano.
Aw, the nano. Nostalgia.
That's where all
I
of my
miss
music
those.
is. Music is. Yeah.
I miss that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because some of my music is questionable, because I use this at work as well as I have to actually make a at work
playlist.
Yeah, because didn't you get told that's not appropriate?
Yeah, I had a certain song that isn't really appropriate for most of the audiences in work.
What was it?
What was it? We want to know.
It was a Soundgarden song, and let's just say it repeated a certain
Body part?
No, a certain word, a certain. It repeated the F word over and over and over.
Gotcha.
But
that would probably not be appropriate.
But it's not like they're actually like a store or something. There's only the people that work in there.
True enough.
I think don't give power to those words like the F word and the stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're as powerful as they think they are. It's just an expressive word. It's an exclamation point.
I enjoyed the song. The other people in the office didn't enjoy the song,
so much,
I had to turn it off.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But trying to think of favorite songs. I can't.
You don't have a favorite? There's not a favorite
album?
Yeah, there's a favorite album, yeah.
Or is that just as hard?
It's just as hard, I would say.
I think so, because of being such a fan
for so long
of their music.
Yeah.
Is Pour Some Sugar on
honestly,
Me?
Hysteria is my go-to.
Hysteria is your favorite?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, that's the one I'll go to.
Yeah, it's like asking me what's my favorite Bon Jovi album.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell you.
Okay, like you brought up Pour Some Sugar.
Yeah,
I love the song.
Yeah. But is it a favorite?
I would take Armageddon over it.
That's what I'm wondering. Pour Some Sugar.
I actually take God's War.
Well,
there you go. That's what I'm saying.
That's the song. I'm like,
You've heard
I
that on
remember
the
not hearing it
Symphony?
for a long time, and then I'm like, oh my God, this sounds like it was released yesterday.
You heard it on the Symphony album. That's also on the Symphony
yes, it is.
album.
So maybe that's your favorite song. That's why I was saying compared to, right? Because
like Rockets. I know Pour Some Sugar on Me was one of the first songs I learned on my guitar.
Yeah.
I had
But is
But that album was the first one that I remember buying the book and learning every single song on that album.
See?
Which one, on Hysteria? Yes.
That's why it's his go-to.
Yeah.
It was just constantly, I was playing those like over and over and over again.
Yeah, so that's why I kind of posed it to you that way, is because if you look at Pour Some Sugar on Me, which is such a popular song,
it is
that your favorite, or is there a different one?
I love hearing it live.
I know.
I'm one of the few.
You have to have it. You have to have it at a concert.
There's just something about that. Like,
but
we're totally contradictory what we're saying previously.
It's not your favorite song.
It is, but it's just that.
But it's not a favorite song. It's just that it's one of those ones you have to have at the concert, because it's
almost.
Put in against the purpose of having the deep cuts.
But there's a lot of memories with that
encore.
song. There's so much memories with that one song.
Yeah.
Well, it's like every time I hear Armageddon, I pick that. I think of you playing guitar every time in the beginning.
Yeah. So just certain songs, like I love hearing Stage Fright, because I remember when I bought the video for In the Round, and that was the opening song, and I'm like, oh my God. And then Too Late for Love, which is
just say thank you. It's playing in my head now.
I know, but some of those songs, like I'll listen to Rock of Ages, but I'm like, I really, or Foolin', I've kind of heard that enough.
Yeah.
But I can't get enough of Die Hard.
I just saw a really fun song.
Which
Four Letter Word.
Oh, yeah. And that
Four Letter Word is a fun song.
And that's off of X. But that's off of X.
Yeah, it's a fun song.
Right? I mean, it's that. Like when we saw them in Vegas and they played Now.
I really like that song.
But it started off acoustic.
Yeah.
I think. No, that's what they did the acoustic set, and then they went into Now. And I was like, wow, like I haven't heard that song. Mm-hmm. And it's one of my favorites off that album.
Yeah, I really like that one.
And it's just, there's just certain, I like all the songs, but then there's just certain songs that stand out. I admit, heavier the better. But like Go, off the Songs from the Sparkle Lounge, and then you have Day After Day and Kings of Oblivion off of Euphoria. Slang.
You're not a fan?
Truth.
Yeah, Truth. Yeah. I like Work It Out, probably because that was the first one that was written by Damien Campbell with them. Euphoria is Euphoria.
It is. It's what it is.
Adrenalize is Adrenalize.
We got to that album.
Yeah. But there is always an album.
No, there is always an album like that.
Day
Yeah.
After Day and all that, right?
Yeah.
But like, Adrenalize is Adrenalize. Like, when that came out, there was a lot of things that were happening in our lives in general, right? With Hysteria, that's when I started playing guitar.
A lot of things happened in our lives.
Yeah, like that time period with Adrenalize and with Retroactive and Vault, like that time period. Some of those songs, they mean a lot, and it's the same with Hysteria, like that time period of everything around that. Like I'll listen to On Through the Night, whatever. I'll listen to High and Dry. That's fine. But it's just something around that era. I don't know if that was the ultimate, like everybody, all the albums at that time, that 87 to 92, like it was kind of the peak, I guess you could say, before grunge. So
yeah,
I think everybody was at the top of their game. And with
there's a lot of good music that came out of those few years.
It was just, it brings back just, we graduated, there was just so many memories, and it's, do you want to listen to it? Don't you want to listen to it? Like, it's that you don't, you know what I'm...
Oh no!
It's like another
I said,
child.
like most of my memories are tied in through music and stuff, and so I know exactly where you come from. Is the thing is, you can take that album, and yes, obviously we're aged, lives have gone different ways and stuff. But you could sit there, you could put the album on, you kind of close your eyes, lay back, and it just, you get that kind of peacefulness of that summer when you didn't have cares in the world.
Yeah, you almost transport back to that time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like one of the songs for me on that is, obviously we're talking Death Leppard, but is when the Queensryche Empire album came out. That was the summer where you had your license and we would go golfing and stuff. So anytime I hear that album,
that's what you think of.
It has nothing to do, like album wise, has nothing to do with that. But I remember those summer days where it's just our first kind of taste of freedom.
You and your boyfriend playing golf.
It was our first taste.
Mandates.
It was our first taste of freedom because he had his license at that point in time. We were allowed to use his parents' van, and it was just the two of us off. This really sounds like a love affair.
That's why I'm saying your mandate. Yes,
but it was just that was. A time for us, and man,
I think you should stop right now.
You're just digging the hole.
Thank you for that. Now I have lots to laugh about.
I get it.
You had a good time. Nope, can't even say that. Nope.
We had a good time, not a good time.
You bonded well over that album.
Nope.
Bonded? Yes, bonded.
Yeah, bonded's better. Yeah,
not in bondage.
No, I said bonded. Bonded, yeah.
I'm not sure there's a way to spin that. I think the hole is too deep already.
It was two
best friends. Enjoying
a summer
afternoon.
to remember.
Going for a walk.
No, that doesn't work.
No, that doesn't work either.
That sounds romantic.
Maybe, I know.
Two good friends going for a lovely walk in the woods.
No,
there's no way. There's no way to do it.
No, because then you're going to add in steel shaft, couple of balls.
Yeah, no. Basically, what you're saying is you have good memories of your friend when you hear those songs.
There we go.
When you listen to that album.
Okay, so first of all, prior to this conversation, they were good memories.
Now you feel like you need counseling?
Not so much anymore.
Wait, was this different than I thought? No, it was fine. It's okay. Do you have trauma now?
Put it this way: when times were simpler.
Sure. Exactly.
They were.
I think that was the point I was trying to make.
You went.
So I just buried it. Everything. We're back out of that.
Yeah. Back out. Back.
Yeah.
Plant some flowers on top. Forget about it.
Reverse the van.
But it's true. When times were simpler.
Yeah, simpler. There was no internet. There's so many things now that consume your lives that I feel like you just don't have the time to do what you used to do.
Yeah.
I do agree with what you say. I'm just kind of laughing because this is a podcast put out on the internet.
Which consumes your life. Yeah. Not only doing them, but listening to them. It consumes your life. It
does, because I can't even remember the last time I actually listened to music outside of, research for this, for whatever we got coming up. I listen to podcasts all the time.
Yeah.
I listen to music in between if I have nothing else to listen to. But then I discover or I get recommended another podcast and I'm like, okay, I got to go listen to, 30 episodes of this podcast to catch up.
Yeah. And when's the last time you read a book, right? You're listening to podcasts instead of reading books. Or you're cable TV. That's another time suck. There's so many time sucks. So, I mean, it's just another.
I did read a book recently.
Did you? Oh, there you go. That's good.
Listening to Sirius XM when you go to bed or whatever, right? But I didn't listen to music at least for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Right, because you don't have time.
That's not me.
Yeah.
No.
And now I'm back.
Yeah.
Like that's all I do is just listen to music now.
See what you can do, especially with these classic albums. You could put them on and read a book.
You can.
I cannot.
It's distracting. You want to start singing, and you're just like,
it's either I can either listen to the music or I can read the book. I don't have the ability to multitask that way.
It's gone.
Yeah. I'm not sure I ever had it.
That's how I got through high school. I had to have the music on.
No.
Sorry. Okay.
You
I got through high school copying notes off Lyle.
Thank you.
Did you do your own homework?
Hold on. We got through high school.
Because they were special friends that go on little dates in mom and dad's van. Doing their homework, listening to Def Leppard. You guys are screwed.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah.
Giggle.
Right?
I'm
just not going to talk anymore.
You're fine.
I'm going to be silent on these podcasts.
But they were one of those, and I'll bring it back to the Leppard then.
Yes, sorry.
I think they were just one of those bands that, like he said, Elliot said, they were the biggest band in the world at one point. Mm-hmm. And it shows.
Because the world wasn't as big then either.
No. And yeah. It's not so small. It's not so big. Like you say, it's small.
Yeah.
Because of social media with Facebook and everything like that, right? Yeah. Back then, unless you knew somebody, you didn't know the set list for the concert.
Nope.
You heard a single just before the album was getting released. Yeah. And then if you're lucky, maybe a couple of weeks before, then the album comes out. Mm-hmm. Then you wait a month, you hear the next single and the next single. But now they release a single like 4 months before the album comes out. They release another single and release another single.
Like half the album's out there before it's technically released.
And there's no more singles after that.
No. Yeah.
And you had MTV, you had Much Music, they had videos,
and the only way you heard about those albums dropping was either the radio or Much or MTV or whatever, right?
And you couldn't wait to get home to see a video to watch the bands, because that was
remember recording videos so I could watch them the next day.
Yeah, but that was our way.
I remember recording the radio on cassette.
Right, exactly.
But that was. And I think that's why a lot of these bands back then, they were so successful. And now one hit, one album, because all you have is streaming. Mm-hmm. You're not looking forward to when is the next song getting released.
No,
because you've already heard them all. Mm-hmm. They've already released all their singles.
Well, there's that, and it's also this age now is people can pick, like they don't pick an album, they pick a song. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, this is the song, I want that song. And then that's where all the deep cuts get missed.
Exactly. And I'm surprised that even certain bands, like with Bon Jovi just putting out a new album.
Yeah.
Leppard just put out an album. I'm surprised that they're still releasing records. Mm-hmm. But now it's the odd song now that you get that's new. Mm-hmm. But back then, that's how they made money. Yeah, that's how they survived, was to record, tour, make a video, release the video, hope to God that MTV or Much Music would pick it up.
Yeah.
And then, well, God, now we're getting regular rotation. Okay, now we're going somewhere. Now we are one of the bigger bands. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we used to have a live scene too. You don't have that. It's only clubs, or the stadiums now, or whatever. You don't have the clubs. You don't have what LA when the Sunset Strip. You don't have that anymore.
No.
And that's where these.
I still think you
do.
You still
not like
have
they
it.
were, though.
Not like they were.
It's not like it was, but it's also, you got to realize is, we're kind of, lack of a better term, cemented into the music that we listen to. So there is the up and comers. It is still happening. It is different, I will admit, but things are still happening. It's just we may not know of the bands that are out there doing it because we have no idea who they are.
No,
because we're not on.
But are they doing clubs?
That's the thing I was going to say. Like it feels like more of that stuff is happening more so online. Yeah, TikTok, YouTube, whatever.
By far
in the clubs, like in the old days.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like it's the concept is the same.
Yeah,
They're just doing it a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like obviously things have changed. Like obviously when we're referring to the 80s when a lot of these broke, it was, your MTV and your Much Music were new and it was globally expanding to audiences. Obviously life has changed now. It's the TikTok and all the streaming and internet and stuff. So they all have their kinds of explosion and it is a lot different. So like, now a rock star could literally be a guy sitting at home in his underwear. In his underwear, playing a guitar. He gets famous for other reasons.
Well, I think it's part of that instant gratification culture that exists now. And like I said, the availability of streaming and stuff like that allows that to happen. And there's like you put something out there and tomorrow you've got 1,000 followers or whatever if it's good, right?
Things were simpler. Things were, in our sense, better back then.
Yeah.
You really had to work for it. I feel like now you don't have to work as hard.
No, because there's a lot of technology to help you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, because the suffering was real. Because you go back prior to buying the album, you had to wait for it to come on the radio. What did you do? You sat beside the radio, or you watched Much Music. You watched Much Music so much to the fact that it was 4-hour segments. That if you saw it at this time, watch it again in 4 hours. You get to see it.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, you had a satellite dish and you were able to get MTV.
Yeah, I didn't have cable or that, so nope.
And you think
was
about
too cheap for a satellite dish.
what we had for even just TV. How many channels we had?
I had 5 channels.
Yeah.
5.
With an antenna.
Yeah.
With an antenna.
With an antenna, yeah.
2, 6,
I don't remember.
8, 10, 12.
12, yeah. That sounds about
12,
right.
Yeah. And then you had to have the converter to get Super Channel.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
TSN or whatever.
Yeah.
But seriously, nowadays you just, what do you do?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
going
600
back.
channels and there's nothing on.
I'm going back. Do you remember having to change the channel? It was your parent going, change the channel.
Yeah,
you had to walk up to the TV with the remote.
Turn the knob.
Or when the dial converter, is that what you call it?
Yeah.
For the antenna, the thing?
Yeah.
When that thing died and didn't work no more, how did we tune in the channel? We had to go outside with a broom and turn the freaking antenna while someone in the house going, no, other way. oh, stop. Wait, go back a little bit. There, perfect. And you come in and it goes off kilter again and you're like, damn it.
Yeah.
But that was it. 5 channels, and the only thing I got was Good Rockin' Tonight. That was the only one I had for music.
CBC.
Yeah. Terry David
Switch back in the morning on Sundays.
Yeah. Switchback.
Yeah, I remember Good
Switchback.
Rockin' Tonight. That's what I remember too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Terry David Mulligan. Terry
David
David Mulligan in the evening.
Yeah.
Good Rockin' Tonight, and you had Stu Jeffries in the morning.
Stu Jeffries.
And you had that lady.
That was our weekends. Yeah.
And then you had the lady that was like 3 or 3:30 or whatever. She would do the videos too. I forget what it was called now. Way back in the day. Yeah.
Was that
CBC.
cable?
Was it, I can't remember.
No, I think that would have been CBC.
It was CBC.
Yeah.
A lady. Yeah, I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
That's where I saw Leppard for the first time. And it was Pour Some Sugar on Me, and that's probably why. Yeah. And it was that live video.
It all comes back to sugar.
Always sugar.
It's just that.
See, once again, I had the advantage on you because I had seen all the stuff from Pyromania before Pour Some Sugar on Me and stuff, so I knew about them long before Hysteria. Because I was actually waiting for the Hysteria album to come out. I was one of those people.
I feel like I was a late bloomer.
He had an unfair advantage.
He did.
Dang, older siblings.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference. I don't know.
See, that's one thing on the Pyromania album, which most of the people wouldn't get, is that last song where it sounds like a record skipping.
Yeah.
And people...
Like, what is that?
Yeah, they'd have no idea what is this weird music? And it was to imitate a record skipping.
Yeah.
Just a sample. And that's...
They wouldn't know.
No, and I wish we were able to, I think, to go back to those simpler times, but I think that's we can't, unfortunately. But
okay.
Well, we could.
You can cherish the memories. I have reasons I don't want to go back.
But it's the get-togethers. It's the hanging out not a care in the world.
Dude, we're doing a podcast together.
This is what I'm like. This is the whole.
This transports us back to those times.
Yeah, you didn't.
No, seriously, we're just this immature all the time.
Yes.
But that was our life back then. Like, we sit on the backyard and we had a fire going in the fire pit, and we would sit there and.
Sorry, I'm thinking conventional patio lanterns.
But we would sit there and we would just talk.
I don't remember
and
patio lanterns. No.
Probably what we were doing. I can't remember. Like, it was just. But it was
we would
laughing
sit
our
around
ass
and
off.
chat
But-
and
and we
listen
were
to music
listening
and
to
play
music.
music and
Well, the poor women had to put up with us because it's like, look at the album we got. You got to listen to it. No, listen to it again.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's like, yeah,
We heard it.
Yeah, I heard that song. Yeah, no, but
no,
you
but
got to
listen.
gotta
Yeah,
listen to it,
really
yeah.
listen to it.
Did you hear that guitar riff? Yes. Yes, I did.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. This actually takes me back.
I was gonna say,
having
between the guitar and the
Laserdisc
drums.
and having Top Gun, and when we could hear the chains going across.
Yeah, that was like the best thing ever. Yeah.
Wow. Nerds.
Oh my.
Yes, we were.
Yes. That's okay.
How in the world did we ever find girlfriends?
I was gonna say we still loved you. It's all good.
Great. I don't know, but how did you keep them? That's the question.
Maybe
That's
you
on
should
you.
answer that.
We don't want to talk about that here.
Then we kind of covered that when we talked about Bryan Adams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We digress.
Yes.
as per usual.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thank you for allowing me to get out my pent up.
Oh, yeah. There's no way I'm going to have him end this until you're ready to.
Let's ask the
Yeah,
woman.
I don't want to get in trouble again. I don't want to get in trouble
Is
again.
the woman done?
I'm good.
That is the question.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss? Because I don't want to cut you off either.
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm not good. I always like talking about music, but we should move on.
Yeah. I
Anything
think
specific to Def Leppard that you still want to talk about?
Oh, with this guy here, I know there's going to be more about Def Leppard sometime in the future. But
it's always my go-to.
Yeah.
I know, but there's so many more bands out there,
I know.
and bands and genres and subjects.
We'll say I'm very happy with what we discussed for Leppard.
Okay, cool.
There we go. So
We did not mention that. Well, I did mention it, but nobody quite understood. Is you're actually in a Def Leppard book?
Yes, and it's not.
you can just post that
You
on the
can't
Facebook
actually
page.
buy it, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, it was a
There's a
Facebook
few-
group,
Yep.
and yeah.
What's the name of the book? Just in case.
Oh, it is. 1 second.
It's a coffee table book.
Our story.
It's our story so far, as told by Def Leppard diehard fans, and it's a great group. You'll probably see one person sometimes at concerts, and she's wearing a dress that she made that was all their Def Leppard albums. And
Cool.
she was at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She's seen, I think this is her 112th or something show. Like, she's seen them over 100 times. So she's amazing what she does, and yeah, it's a pretty cool group to be a part of. So look it up on Facebook.
I say if you're a fellow diehard Def Leppard
Yeah,
fan that
you're a
has not
fire
found this
diehard,
group,
yeah.
Yeah, what is it called again?
Diehard
No, the name of the group
the
that you're talking
Facebook
about.
Def Leppard diehard fans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We should post it on our thing.
No, but then there'll be other people in there.
Well,
Well, maybe
if
maybe I
it's
can invite you guys then. If you
I was
want.
gonna say, if it's anything like other, kind of diehard groups that I've seen, they ask you a bunch of questions to determine if you're actually a diehard or just
yeah.
somebody who's
It's
fishing.
pretty
or something,
simple.
Yeah.
It's pretty, yeah. And people
not-
post about
it's
their.
not elusive.
It's pretty cool. People post about their concert experiences or stories or, about this latest tour.
And this is the group that did this book then?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So
I
it is
see, I
pretty.
But you said the band got a copy of the book, right?
And the band has a copy.
Yes.
It is out. You can actually, I think you can see it on YouTube or. Yep. And they.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive book, actually.
Yeah.
I said it's like for someone, especially is such a diehard fan. It is just like to know that he's in this book and the band has seen this book, whether they remember the page or whatever. It's just it's that connection.
Yeah.
It was interesting when they actually were given the book, and I know I was watching the band members, and Rick Allen actually opens it up, and I'm like, I know I'm at the front, pretty close there, and I'm like, I think he's reading what I posted because there's a photo of him with us. So
sweet.
I was extremely happy with that. I don't know if he was, but
in your mind he was.
Yes, in my mind he was, and I know Joey was going through his last tour, showing the bus and how he traveled around, and you can actually see a little bit of the book there. So he was actually reading it.
Yeah.
Cool. As well as his David Bowie book that no one else had at that time, because he said he knew people. Just a little bit of a diehard fan, I guess you could say.
Just a little.
Yeah. I could probably talk about them all the time, but
we must move on.
We must.
Well,
and yes, it was a good idea to do a part 3, Vicky.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was good. It was, yeah.
It's all good.
All right.
We're good now? We're good. All right.
Well, thank you for listening to us on this little interesting
side
journey of
part
ours.
3, yeah.
Part 3.
Sidestep.
You want to call it that, or another episode of Def Leppard?
The episode I made everybody do.
It was supposed to be a supplement just so Vicky could say her part, but
it turned into a rambling.
It turned into a longer conversation for us because that's what we do.
That's how it ends up all the time.
Yeah. So, but anyway, well, thank you for joining us on the Music Roundtable.
And this time we will catch you on the B side.